YouTube? It's me, Tara Marie, back at it again with another video for you guys, a part of the pharmacy series, of course. So before we get into this video, y'all have been doing so good on like trying to up the likes a little bit, but if you guys can, before you guys begin this video, don't forget to drop a like below and drop some comments on some of the groups that I'm in, whether it's like, you know, the little pharmacy groups I'm in. They're definitely starting to give me more comments, letting me know what they want to see from this channel with this series. So if you guys want to in the comments as well, you know, drop a comment below so I can also know as well what you guys would like to see on this channel. Answer a lot of questions. That's kind of the point of why I made the channel, because I just didn't see as many travel pharmacy information on YouTube. So I'm trying to give you guys some more information on how to get started with traveling in pharmacy, you know, information that I didn't know or that I couldn't find on social media either. So that's why I had the point of making this video. So definitely drop some comments below. Let me know what you guys want to see when it comes to the travel series, the pharmacy travel series. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, y'all, if y'all see me keep wearing this jacket, it's actually part of my my clothing line that we have coming out called Certified Hustler. And it's for people that, you know, whatever your hustler, grinding, whatever your career field that it is, you know, hustles make your dreams and your career come true and the goals that you have for yourself. So we definitely have that coming out soon. Let me also show you. This is the back. That's the back. So yeah, so that's why you guys keep seeing me wear that, because we gotta support our brand. Of course, we have a lot of other things coming, but enough of that. Let's get right into this video. So the question of the day, as y'all can see, people want to know what agencies to sign with and what they should know about the agencies before they start working with them, and you know what the agencies have to offer, and a little bit of just information about the agencies. Of course, just like anybody else, when I first got into this, I didn't know, you know, where to start, period. Like, you know, agencies to sign with, agencies have the best benefits and what they have to offer for the for you with working with them, because honestly, with this, it's kind of like you're an entrepreneur or a freelance, basically a freelance agent. That's what you are with traveling, especially if you're not a person who might have a full-time job in travel, which is very, very rare, because even at the beginning of my career, I try to do the same thing. I try to stay with children and still travel because I loved children's. Like, I loved working there at Children's of Atlanta, definitely, but it was no way that I was going to be able to be gone for 3 months, 4 months at a time, or whatever the case may be. And you do get to choose how long you want to do your based on the assignments that you choose to pick. There was no way I was going to be able to be gone there for that long and still hold a full-time position. So with that being said, at this point, now you're taking a risk on yourself to try to, you know, get as many contracts as you can, have contracts and be consistent. And, you know, you're not on a regular payroll, even though you are with the agency you work with, but it's not consistent, because once those 3 months are up, that's your 3 months. And you have to try, you know, find something again. So let's get right into the different agencies that I know of, heard things of, I know of people who work with these agencies, and I've also worked with myself. So, first one we're going to get into is Aya. I think a lot of people do know about Aya. That's one of the biggest ones right now going around. You know, Aya is known for having a lot of high-paying jobs. They are really good with getting you a good stipend, giving you a good pay rate on your contract. So I always see with Aya, they do always have really good contracts with their agency, whatever career field you're working on, whether it's you're doing nursing, CNA, pharmacy, of course, are you a pharmacist or a doctor, whatever the case may be. I always see very good high paying. Honestly, I think they're the most high paying pharmacy traveling jobs I've ever seen. They pay really well for their contracts. Another thing Aya is really good about, which a lot of agencies have, I do see that they have a lot of permanent position opportunities, which is good for people who maybe you want to travel, or maybe traveling is your way to find a different company you want to work with in a state if you're looking to move. So I do see that they do give you a chance to find a permanent facility to work with that you can look for. That's not, and honestly, I wouldn't know exactly how that would go, because I've never been interested in that with, you know, finding somewhere else to stay long term. But I know that they have things that can start off as permanent from the jump instead of traveling. Con that I can say with Aya, actually kind of two. One that I'm going to speak on because I know about. The second one I want to go into detail just because I don't know what is really the severity of this issue and what's really going on into detail. But one thing that I can speak on is with Aya, it's very, very hard to get into Aya and start like getting positions and contracts. The enrollment process is very, very long and it's very tedious. Literally, like, it can take months before you even get into like having a recruiter with them. Like, not even just getting a contract, just getting a recruiter, period, and then working with you. And it's one of the things that I noticed about Aya that's kind of a con. It kind of takes a while to be able to actually get into their recruitment process. Another thing that I want to touch on, but I really don't want to get into to go into detail, like some may have known, I did see that there was a thing going on with them, I think a lawsuit right now, because they were changing contracts in the midst of the assignment. Like, they were going back and changing things in their contracts, I guess even with like pay rate, even with the stipend, or whatever it may be. I did see something about that in the news recently, that they were having, I guess, a lawsuit going on with that. I really don't know the severity of the lawsuit. I really don't know too much about the situation, so I'm not going to speak on it too much. But I did see something recently about Aya and being sued for. The company I'm going to get into is AMN. AMN, one of the best things I do like about AMN is off tops, when you get into it, you have multiple recruiters. I think you start off with maybe 3 or 2, maybe like 3, but you work with like 2 people consistently on getting contracts. It has a lot of resources when it comes to different topics, so it's not like I'm just having to work with my recruiter, because you have to understand that your recruiter as well is working with other people as well as they're working with you. So you're not really their main priority, but you are a priority for them, but you're not the main priority because there's other people as well that they're working with their contracts. So one thing I do like with them, you get like a team. You get somebody for recruitment, you get about 2 or 3 recruiters, you get someone that takes care of your payroll, you get like a customer service rep, like straight contact, and you also get like somebody kind of like a general manager, somebody you would go to for like your main issues. They also have an app. I'm going to show you guys the app as well. They have an app that you can go on, and it has like all your information off top, everything that you need. You get a whole team, and they give you like the direct contact. You have your whole thing laid out. I'll show you guys on the app as well. The whole thing will be laid out with assignment you're on, the previous assignments, the direct contact to how you're getting paid, what's your hours for that week, how many more days you have left on that contract, when the contract starts, when it ends, the direct contact, the email, text, the number you can text, the phone you can call for each person on your team. So that's one of my favorite things about AMN. I'll actually work with them as well. Working with them getting contracts, you have a lot of different resources or people to reach out to instead of just having one recruiter or just one customer service line. Another thing I want to say about AMN is they're pretty fast and consistent about getting you contracts. They definitely they want to get you a contract. Like, I'll probably say they're the most consistent, I would say, with getting you contracts. Definitely trying to find things that fit for you. And they don't just try to put you on anything. They want to get you on a contract that fits for you. They will consistently try to reach out to you like, hey, how do you feel about this one? What does this one seem like? Or even just like, I don't know about some other countries, I do know they're very well about as well getting you the education that you might need, as in like different licensing in different states. They're pretty well about getting you reimbursed for that as well. And even if you aren't currently licensed in a state, they're pretty well about leading you in the right direction. They actually have a whole licensing staff for that that works on getting your license. One of my cons I would say about AMN, they're amazing at the beginning, amazing about getting you a contract, but they can sometimes leave you on the dust once you're on an assignment. I've actually had that experience myself, and they're just not as, and I've actually heard from other recruiters as well, like, even it was crazy to me because I thought that my recruiter wasn't being as consistent getting back to me. And at a different facility that I was at, it was another AMN working there as well, and she was telling me like, I haven't heard from my recruiter in weeks. And so I was like, wow, like not all long left, like, yeah, she doesn't really get back to me. So that's another thing that I noticed with Amen. They're not as consistent with, you know, staying in touch once they get you out there. They try to, but I would say that's one of the things that sometimes they can leave you in the dust once you get out there on an assignment. The next company I want to speak on is, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are starting to see them blow up a lot. Vivian, I think that's how you pronounce it. Vivian. Vivian. You might see them on social media a lot. With working with a lot of content creators or social media people. Also have an app as well, and I have the app downloaded as well. I'm going to show you guys. One thing about Vivian, it's a little bit different than what I've used to or what I've seen on different places. You're working with recruiters based upon the job. So what I noticed is that they have recruiters basically working for the facilities, and they're getting providers for that facility, but they like it's different. It's like the opposite. They're working for the facilities to get recruiters. So that's why I noticed that it's like you don't, and which honestly might be better, because it's not like you have one or two recruiters working on like one place for you. You have different recruiters that are looking at you for a position, because it's multiple recruiters working for the multiple facilities. One thing I'll say that I love that Vivian does, they actually give you kind of like a rundown or insight on different states that you could be going to, the state that you're in, or states that also have open contracts that you might be interested in. They let you know like what the weather is like in that area, what the average cost of living is in that area, what's you know the gist of that area that you could be going to. They give you a lot of information, and it's like updated consistently day by day. So I love that they do give you insight information about the states that you could be going to. I was having visions with you, doing things, switching lanes in the Beamer with you. One thing about Vivian, a con that I would say that kind of bites at the pro that I first was stating, is that what they're being recruiters for the facilities instead of you having a recruiter based upon like for you, is I feel like sometimes it's a little bit harder to get a contract, because now they're looking at a pool of people, and out of that pool of people they're gonna pull whoever they feel like is the most qualified or they feel like best fit. Not saying it's not you, but it could have been somebody who got to you before you and that's just as qualified as you are. So it's like that's the only thing I feel like it's a little bit harder trying to get a contract with them, because they're actually working for the facility to pull out the best recruiter that they can work with, instead of the provider getting the best facility for the provider. So I feel like it's a little bit harder with them to get a contract due to them doing it that way. Next place I'll speak on is Solent. I think I might be saying that wrong. Pretty sure I am. Solent. I'm gonna put their name up here above, of course. One thing with them, love that they help with your housing. What you will find with a lot of companies, they're not so as hands-on with the housing. They might pay for your housing if you opt in for that option, or they'll just give you the money for the housing. So they might have some of them have somebody in the company, the housing department that works with you on that. But I haven't seen a lot of them that really have like a housing department dedicated to really like figure out your housing, as in where they're hands-on with housing from the jump with your contract, whether you're paying for it, if you're not paying for it. They're very hands-on with getting you housing. So I feel like that's something that's really good, because that's one of the biggest things with going somewhere is having a consistent housing and having somewhere to stay. You don't want to be stranded, like I'm going to tell you guys in my next third time what happened with me with my housing situation. So I appreciate that they're very hands-on with their housing, because I have had a bad experience with my housing situation. So I love that they're pretty hands-on with that. Another thing that I like about them too, they have very, very, very hands-on recruiters throughout your whole process of traveling, like through when you get there, when you land, the whole time while you're there, and before then. They're very, very, very hands-on recruitment. I don't have any cons for them at the time. I don't know enough to really say like, this is something that I'm not very fond of. So I don't have any cons with that company at the time being. But I do know that's one of the biggest things with them. Like, their recruitment is amazing. They're very hands-on, and with being by your side and being there for you throughout the whole assignment. So that's just a little bit of a gist of the inside of some of the companies that I know about. If there's a certain company you're interested in, drop a comment below, let me know, and I can do some more research on that agency, or even try the agency for myself and do a hands-on type of explore that agency myself and do a contract with them and let you guys know what my experience is with the agency. So let me know if there's any more agencies you're interested in, or any more questions you have about the agencies. You know, before we end off this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Keep dropping some comments below. Let me know what you guys are interested in seeing. And don't forget to follow me on some of my social media tags, where you can also into my life, where I do post a lot about things when I am on my assignment, like locations, what I'm doing, and what I'm into. I'm there. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys later.